Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So we've just finished a big supper and now it's time to sit back and relax and have a nice smoke. So we decided that today we were going to have a great after dinner smoke with Hearth and Home 10 to Midnight. Now Hearth and Home 10 to Midnight is a Russ Roulette blend. You can only get it at Pipes and Cigars. It's made by the Sutliff Tobacco Company. It is a full Balkan. It's got Latakia, Oriental Turkishes, and Virginias in it. No flavorings. It comes in a crumble cake. And I can tell you that this crumble cake is like a brick. I mean, it is so dense that you can't crumble it. It's more like a plug.
Yeah.
But with like ribbon or cube cut tobaccos. But I guess just so much pressure is applied to this that you have to cut it. It won't crumble. You have to actually cut it. You can only get it, like I said, at Pipes and Cigars, and it comes in bulk form. So it's relatively inexpensive compared to other things. So the strength on this is medium. The taste on this is medium to full. And like we said, there is no flavorings added. So let's jump right in and talk about our after dinner smoke.
Yeah.
10 to midnight. What did you think about the 10 note on this one?
Well, I'm going to have to revisit it. I've been smoking it for a bit. All right. So you get the smoky Latakia right out of the gate, but it's not as in your face as some other English style blends that we've smoked. It's very mild, and it really is. It's just a tame smoke, and it's probably because of how much compression has gone down into the tobacco that it's kind of married all those scents and flavors more than it's actually hurt.
Yeah, when you cut it, you get more of a flavor, a kind of a scent punch than you do from the jar, or from the mason jar here. I'm getting definitely that musty kind of smell, that campfire kind of smell.
Yeah,
woody, a little bit of spice in there. It's earthy, it's tangy. Yeah, smoky. But you're right. It's just not it's not in your face. Like I said, it definitely is stronger when you cut it.
Yeah.
When you cut it and then you rub it out and put it in your pipe, that's when you really
it's like all of a sudden that's when the aroma's released.
Yeah, that's when
everything
you really
comes
get a kind of a burst of...
Yeah, so, because it smelled way different when you actually handed me the broken apart tobacco. Because I went, whoa, this thing is good. Packed it in, got ready, lit, and then we don't have any more of that. We don't have any more of the broken apart stuff. So it's really hard to get that scent that we were looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. Had to stop on that. But yeah, it's really hard to get a good 10 note out because it's so compressed and it's so fine. It's misleading. So that's probably what I can best say is when you get it and you actually smell it in there, you're going to be like, what are these guys talking about? Once you cut it and break it apart, it's very misleading on the 10 note.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. But it's a really, really nice smell. It really is a nice smell. You know, I got to talk to Russ Roulette on one of his live video casts on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
About a month ago, and I asked him a question about this particular blend, about 10 to Midnight. And I wanted a little bit of just a background on it. And this was his first attempt at a crumble cake. This was the first blend that he ever did on a crumble in a crumble cake form.
Huh.
So, that was interesting as far as that goes. This has been around. This used to, you used to be able to get this in tins. But I don't know, I guess cost effectiveness or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's only available in bulk form. All right, well, let's talk about tastes. What do you think?
So this is where, yeah, it's surprising. Like, you don't normally, just as a hint, the room note is amazing, and we're in an open garage. That's what we're gonna say. You don't normally get a tobacco where the room note almost makes you want to smoke it more than the fact that it tastes great. That's where I'm at with this one. I almost want to smoke it because I want an air freshener with this scent.
You hang it up on your car,
Yeah.
you know, like the little trees on your car. Yeah,
We'll call Russ. Let him, hey, dude, you need
There's
to.
another way to make some money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly.
10 to midnight little trees.
Well, now I can tell you that the first of all, the flavor is very close to being a full flavored Balkan.
Yes.
But what I love about this is that it hits everything. Any kind of tobacco that you smoke, there's a little bit of that flavor in here. There's a sweetness.
Yes.
There is a nuttiness. There is a creaminess. There's a smokiness. There's a little bit of spice in it from some of the Oriental Turkish.
Just a little bit of citrus too, because I always get that citrus at the tip
It's got
of
a
my
little
tongue.
fermentation going on.
Yeah,
It's just anybody that's looking for something will find at least something in this.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this. It's got notes of barbecue. It's smoky. It's sweet. It's tangy. I love the mouthfeel on this one.
Yep.
It's got that creaminess, that creamy, buttery kind of
that
mouthfeel.
real thick smoke
Yeah.
feel.
Super savory.
Yeah, and typically for me, being a Virginia lover, what you have to sacrifice, I mean, and I say it as a sacrifice, to get that mouthfeel, the same level of creamy mouthfeel that you're getting, is an overbearing, punching in the face of Latakia. In my opinion, I don't necessarily hate Latakia. I just don't want that much in my mouth so that I can feel like I'm actually smoking. And Virginias don't often do that to me. I just didn't really enjoy the taste of Virginias. But there's nothing that smokes the way smoke feels like Latakia in an English blend does. This one, the reason I really like it is because I get that same great mouthfeel, the same smoky barbecue taste, hints of citrus and grassiness coming from the Virginias.
There is nothing about this that offends my palate.
And it doesn't hurt, and you still get that creamy mouthfeel that you would on
there's
higher
no
end
stinging,
Englishes.
no sharpness, no hotness.
Yes.
I mean, it's just everything about it is perfect to me. It really is a great blend. Anything else on the tastes? No. What do you think about the room note? You want to talk a little bit about that?
I think we both do. I don't know how it works, but the room note on this, you get barely any scent in cake form in the tin. You get some of the flavors coming through that are really, they're not offensive, but they're there. They're present. It's nice and even keel, consistent, pleasant taste throughout the smoke. But the room note is just, it lingers, and it is a very, very, to me, pleasant room note. It does a great job. And I don't know how to, we've never really gone into detail on the room note because most of them it's just like, it's okay.
It's powerful.
Yeah. It's
a powerful room note. It really kind of entraps your senses. It brings me back to the days of when I was in Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, doing sleepover, campfire kind of, roasting marshmallows and all of those types of things. It just really gives me that sensation. It's very comforting. It's a very comforting room note.
It is. It's the type of smell that you get if you're an outdoorsy person and you've ever sit by a fire and you've ever burnt oak, mesquite, any type of wood that you have. That's what it smells like, and it's so warming. I think that's the best way I can say it, because it's tolerable to others, outside of it. But in the smoking community, I think this is going to be one that all of you English lovers and all of you English want to lovers are going to be consistently drawn to this type of smoke because of what you smell coming out of your neighbor's pipe.
This is what I look for in all of my Englishes, and I have gravitated to Balkans.
Yep.
I've really kind of moved towards those Balkans, and there's several that I've tried. Only about 3 or 4 that are staying in my rotation. You know, because I'm just looking for a specific kind of experience.
Yeah.
And this one is one of those that covers it all. What'd you think about the moisture level on this?
Nothing. I think it was ready to smoke. Well, aside from the fact that you have to do some labor-intensive cutting.
You got to work to get it broken apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from having to rent an angle grinder just to smoke it, it was ready to smoke. There's not a lot of moisture in it. So far, the flavor has been very consistent all the way down. And I don't actually am not having any moisture issues.
Yeah. To me, and typically cakes, flakes, plugs will retain some moisture.
Yeah.
Simply because of the pressing, and it keeps that moisture in. This, to me, is actually a little bit on the dry side.
Yeah.
And so once you break it apart and get it in your bowl, it's ready to go. There is no dry time needed at all. So for me, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about the nicotine on this?
This is about a moderate. I remember trying to think that Englishes were because of the stronger flavors from the Latakia and the Orientals that are often mixed with them, would lead to more of a stronger nicotine hit. And in my younger pipe smoking days, thought, well, that means I would smoke less. That was wrong. That was absolutely wrong. And most of these Englishes, it has about a similar nicotine hit as most of the other Englishes I've ever tried. It's about a moderate, maybe a little below that. Pleasant, nice.
Latakia is on the spectrum of nicotine content. A lot of Kia is on the low end.
Yeah,
along
with
Black Cavendish and some of those. A lot of Kia Oriental Turkishes, Black Cavendish, they're on the lower end. Whereas on the other side, you've got some of these Burleys and Periques that have much more content.
Yep.
So this to me is moderate at the strongest.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why I like it at the end of the day. A lot of people like a big wallop of nicotine at the end of the day. Not me. I'm ready to wind down. I want something that's kind of a low nicotine content, that's relaxing, that helps me kind of get ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you. I'm kind of the same. This is why I think it's a great name for it. 10 to midnight. This is cool down smoke. Enjoy your smoke. Don't worry about fussing or anything, but this is definitely, just because of the procedure of having to get it ready to smoke, this is the last thing I'm doing today.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah. A couple other things about this one. This is in Russ Woulette's signature series. We talked about it was manufactured by Sutliff. We talked about there's no bite, no harshness in this at all. It is a little tough to crumble, but it's well worth the wait.
Yes, it is. I'm not dogging on it. I'm just saying
it burns slowly, cool, clean. It's consistent all the way through. Here and there needs a little bit of relights. I think that's because of the larger chunks of tobacco and the density of all of that. Barely any moisture at the bottom of the bowl. Aftertaste is rich, savory, fragrant. It lingers, like we said. I'm not convinced this is an all-day smoke.
I'm not either.
Smoke it all day long. But I can tell you for a fact that this one ages wonderfully. I was introduced to this by Colin Rigsby in the North Texas Briar Club. And he made a pipe for me, and then when I went to his house to get the pipe, he gave me some 10 to midnight that was aged probably at least 7 years. And that's when I fell in love with it. And I know the potential of this down the road. It's going to get even better. So get some it's so affordable.
Yeah, it is.
Get some and store it away. Get 2 pounds. Get a pound of store and a pound of smoke.
Yep.
And you're just going to be really pleased with it.
Yes, you are. You're not going to be displeased.
This one's actually been compared to Esoterica's Penzance, which is one of those luxury,
Yeah.
you know.
One of those hard to get luxury smokes. When you can get
Absolutely.
it, buy it.
Yep. It like we said, it comes in bulk. You can only get it at Pipes and Cigar. I'll put a link to that to this blend so that you can go straight to it in the description. And it comes out to be about $4.69 an ounce, which is a little bit more than most bulk blends.
But for what you could get out of a luxury taste without having to pay a luxury price, because that's the truth. Luxury prices are like $11 an ounce, and I really think this should be up there with that.
Yeah, I mean, 10. You're going to pay if this was a 10 product. You're going to pay $7, $8, $9 an ounce for it anyway.
Yep.
So depending on where you get it. So yeah, this is absolutely well worth it. All right. So what are your thoughts about what you're going to rate it with? First of all, let me ask you this: how do you like what I paired it with? I paired it with this Green Spot single pot still Irish whiskey.
So it's very interesting because this Irish whiskey is on the sweeter side of Irish whiskeys.
It's not one of those kick butt.
No,
Irish
it's not.
whiskeys. Yeah.
And that's what I was ready for. I was like, okay. Holy cow. Because whatever parts you're burning with your tongue, or whatever parts you're getting all those zing-zang flavors on from this tobacco, at least, it's like right when you get a drink, it's just a cool wash of sweet water.
Yeah.
Just right over it, and then there's nothing. Like right when it hits the back of your throat, nothing.
Yeah, there's no burn to this. There's
It's
no.
gone.
Yeah, it's. I found this particular whiskey probably about 8 years ago, and ever since it's on my shelf. You know, I keep it there because
It's very good.
people, when you think of Irish whiskey, you're thinking of Bushmills, you're thinking Jameson, you're thinking of all those,
Yep.
and those have a little to it, you know, a little burn, a little kind of punch to it. This one, it is just like drinking water, and I paired it because it is a tad sweet, but not so sweet that it counteracts what you're getting from the smoke.
I think because, and I think that's the thing. It's just so, this sweetness and the creaminess of this Irish whiskey is accentuated by the smoky, tangy taste that you get from the smoke. It's really nice. And I think it would have to be this smoke particular, because there's other Englishes that we could try with this, and they would be fighting in my taste buds. Just trying to see which one could win.
All right, now it's time to rate it.
Okay. So this is, just to make sure, this is available regularly. Like I could log on right now and buy it.
Yes, absolutely. All the time. Only from Pipes and Cigars. Now,
Granted,
Pipes and Cigars has a reputation for slow delivery.
Well,
but not when I ordered this, it was to me in four days.
well, that's because it's their house product. They can probably, like their other products that they have to get outside or things like that, probably have a lot of hard times getting it. I'm going to give it 4.5 shots. I like the flavors that much. The room note is amazing. This is just one of the only smokes that I've had where you have a light tin note, very decent smoke, amazing room note, and it just seems to get better as the process goes through, all the way through. And the fact that it's a decent price and it's readily available, 4.5.
Okay, I agree with you on that. This is one of my top 3 ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It's in my rotation. I have it available. I put a pound of it in the cellar, and I put a pound of it to smoke. There's only one blend or two blends that I think is better than this that I've smoked. So this is all the way a 5 for me.
Whoa!
This is all the way a 5. It gives me everything that I'm looking for. And you know, some people are like, well, what about in the summertime?
It is.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I don't care what time of the year it is, man.
Yeah.
This is a stellar blend.
I would absolutely agree with you on that, because anybody who asks, because they are right. To me, the weather plays a different tone on some of your smokes. This one just is so mild-mannered with its flavorings that I don't think it's going to change based on what the temperature is outside. Mm-hmm. It's going to taste great in winter. It's going to taste great in summer and everywhere in between. Yep. If your states are lucky enough to get that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's like 4.75. You want to round it up?
That's the rule. Anything over 4.5, round it up.
Round it up?
Yeah.
All right, well, golly.
Dude.
Hey, we have a 5 that we've given. I don't think, have we given?
We don't have 5 shot glasses.
Oh, crap. I got to go get another shot glass. All right, so this might be something of history for us. We may have given one other blend a 5.
Yep.
Well, I'd have to go back, but this one absolutely. I think this one's better than that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
I think so
like
too.
A 5 plus, you know,
because the other one in a lot of Kia Flake, there wasn't a lot of other flavors going in there. It was just a very gentlemanly lot of Kia.
It's not. Yeah, that lot of Kia Flake is not a Balkan.
We're gonna have to figure out how to fit a 5th.
Can we even fit 5 in there? Holy moly!
Oh, there it is. Boom.
All right.
The 5th
So
one.
for Hearth and Home, 10 to midnight, we give it a 5 shots. Wow, that's historic.
Yeah.
For us. And Russ Woulette, man, he has some others that he recommended to me too. I'll need to go back and look at that feed and see which ones he was talking about. But anyway, all right. Well, there you go, guys. Another 5 for us.
One other 5.
Yeah.
Out of how many now?
This is
100.
This is like 105th episode,
Yeah,
something like that.
2 5s. Get it.
Yeah, it's worth it. All right.
Russ, send me that air freshener.
You got anything you want to add?
Guys, like, comment, subscribe. We're still working on some stuff. So any help or hints you guys can give us on some material that you want to see.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate all your comments and suggestions. Keep them coming. You guys go out and have a great week. And don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week. Take care.
See you guys.